Let's take a second and talk about how we access our tools in AutoCAD and how those tools are organized on our screen. If we look at the top of the interface, this area right up here is called our ribbon. This is where we access our AutoCAD tools. Now the ribbon is divided up into tabs. By default, the Home tab is current. If you'd like to flip to another tab, you can simply click the tab name to access additional tools. Think of the ribbon as being like a large tool chest, and each one of these tabs represents a drawer in the chest. Now each drawer, or each tab, is divided up into panels, and each one of these panels represents a small set of tools. For instance, this panel, the Draw panel, will allow me to create geometry, and this panel, the Modify panel, gives me tools that allow me to edit my geometry. Notice the tools on the panel are organized in the order in which you would use them. And the tools that you're going to use most often are much larger than the others. In some cases, a panel is going to have a little downward-facing triangle. That means there's more icons than what can fit within this particular size. If I click the triangle, it will expand the panel and give me access to the additional tools. And after I've selected my tool and moved my cursor into model space, the panel will collapse. If you'd like your panel to stay in the open state, simply click the triangle to open it, click this push pin, and then that panel will stay open until you come up and click the pin again to remove it. Let's jump to the Annotate tab momentarily. Take a look at these panels. Notice in the lower right-hand corner, some of these guys have little arrows. This arrow means that there's a dialog box that's associated with this panel. For instance, this is the text panel. I will click this arrow, and AutoCAD brings up a dialog box that allows me to create a text style. So if you see an arrow on your panel, that is just a shortcut to a dialog box. Let me close this guy, and I'm going to return to the Home tab. This is the tab that we're going to use most often. Take a look at this icon in the upper left, this big red letter A. If I click this, it opens up my application menu, and this gives me access to my file maintenance tools. Notice I can create a new file, or I can open one, or I can save, print, email, as well as do some other drawing utilities. Now we'll talk about several of these options a little bit later in the title. For right now, notice that many of them are available right up here at the top of our interface. This toolbar is called the Quick Access toolbar, and it does just that. It gives us quick access to the tools that we use most often. To exit the application menu, I can simply move my cursor into model space and hit the Escape key. One thing's for certain, as you begin to use the ribbon and access the tools, you'll find that they're extremely well organized and very easy to find.